Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I know this is an artistic, creative crowd, so you're probably not going to be very quiet at the moment, but you're also used to being in theater, so you know what to do when people start talking. I want to thank you all for coming and taking part in the very important process of choosing our next mayor. As we were reminded this week with the passing of Janet Gray Hayes, our choices can be historic. Right now, I'll explain exactly what we're doing here a little later, but right now I'd like to bring up Rick Lombardo, the producing artistic director of the San Jose Rep, and it is in the Rep's building that we are, of course, staging our event tonight. Rick?
Thank you, Sal. Thank you very much. Just on behalf of the San Jose Repertory Theater organization, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our beautiful building, which you know that the Rep exists in, always in partnership with the city of San Jose, and we're very grateful for that. We're pleased that the conversation that's going to take place tonight, which is going to focus a great deal on the role of arts and culture in our community, is taking place here in the center of downtown, in a building that exists, as many of the arts organizations do in San Jose, to be a really important contributor to the cultural life of our city. And I know everyone is eager to hear what the candidates tonight have to say about that. So thank you, and I know we're all looking forward to a very interesting evening. And again, thank you for being at San Jose Repertory Theater tonight.
Thank you, Rick. And now let's introduce our candidates. We have Santa Clara County Supervisor Dave Cortese, San Jose City Councilwoman Herrera, San Jose City Councilman Sam Liccardo, San Jose Vice Mayor Madison Nguyen, and San Jose City Councilman Pierluigi Oliverio. Thank you all. So, we are here, of course, tonight to talk about the arts, as I think you all know, which are an important and vital part of our community. The way it's going to go tonight is the candidates are going to deliver a 2-minute, up to 2-minute opening statement, and then afterwards I will be asking them a series of 6 questions. Each one will get up to 2 minutes to answer those questions. We'll rotate who's in the lead-up position for each question, starting with Supervisor Cortese and moving on down. Now, the questions are not mine. They were devised by a group of arts stakeholders from San Jose's various arts organizations and individual artists, and that's part of the 30 or more arts organizations that are responsible for sponsoring this event tonight. So if you're wondering if I thought of it, I did not. So we will not be asking follow-up questions. And for the candidates, we will be watching your time. So I think everyone wants to get out of here on time tonight. So let's begin with opening statements. Supervisor Cortese.
We'll share them. Well, thank you very much. First of all, thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see so many in the theater tonight engaged in what's happening politically in the city right now. And it's no surprise to me, having served on the city council for 8 years and worked with so many of you in different ways and different levels with regard to the arts. As some of you know, I also served on the Eastside High School District Board of Trustees for 8 years, from 1992 through 2000, before I joined the city council. I had the opportunity, of course, sometimes the unpleasant opportunity to fight for arts programming, arts education in our schools during some tough times. Many of us up here have served in government predominantly during times when cuts were being made and programs had to be fought for and saved. Particularly, it seems like in the area of the arts. So I know how important it is from an educational standpoint that we're engaged and that we're standing for a city that protects its art programs. I know as a council member, Some of you will remember the tough times then, fighting for funding for this organization, fighting for funding for the symphony. We went through some tough times between the years of 2001 and 2008 when I left, but all in all, I think the council stood strong during those years and stood for arts and the continuation of arts here and the uninterruption of arts in our community, knowing that to be a great city, we couldn't be without great arts programs. And there had to be a partnership between the city of San Jose, the municipality itself, and those organizations that really do the lion's share of the work, creating these arts programs in the community. Now, as a member of the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors, we don't have such a direct role in the arts, but we certainly fund nonprofit organizations now at a level never seen before, thanks to the taxpayers. Thank you very much.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you all, and I see so many familiar faces, leaders of our cultural organizations. People have been fighting the good fight for many years, and we know in San Jose, for many years it's been tough. And this is really a testament, this gathering is a testament, an honor in many ways, of the legacy of Janet Gray Hayes and her legacy of cultural leadership. I can recall the best advice I ever got in politics came from Janet Gray Hayes. She said, if you're ever going to survive in politics, you need two things. You need a sense of humor, and you need a really large bladder. Because those meetings are brutally long. And certainly, Janet Gray Hayes got it in many ways, but she certainly got it about the arts. She understood what the arts mean in our community, in every community, what they should mean. She understood how arts can bring us together across our cultural divide, across linguistic barriers, age, in so many ways. We come together to enjoy cultural experiences in ways that we cannot enjoy other experiences. And certainly, many would say that the arts enrich us, but I think many folks in this room know far more, that our cultural experiences define us. They give us identity. It's much more than just enrichment. And so I'm grateful to the extraordinary work of so many people in this room who have been fighting for so long. I think many folks in this theater remember Prepare for Zero. Those were pretty ominous words. And I am grateful for the leadership of so many people here, and I worked with you. And we managed to get through that time, and now I think we're seeing extraordinary opportunities ahead. In this decade ahead, I believe, is a great opportunity for a cultural renaissance in this city. I'm hearing it from many leaders of arts organizations, and I look forward to serving you as your mayor to lead with you this great artistic renaissance.
Good evening, and I am glad that former Mayor Janet Gray Hayes has been mentioned a number of times. What an inspiration, and I'm proud to be a woman running for mayor along with my colleague here in that great tradition. So I'm really grateful that we are mentioning her tonight and in some way maybe honoring her. When I think about arts, and I'm so grateful to all of you for being here, I think about the person who was formative in my life, my mom, who was an artist, a ballet dancer. And as I thought about her earlier, I choked up because she's such a formative character and person in my life who encouraged me to appreciate arts in every form and beauty in every form. And my whole road in my political life, I always remember her. And if she were here now, I could just hear her in my mind telling me, you got a stage, come on and sing. That's my Jewish mother would want me to perform for you. So, arts, as Councilman Liccardo said, is more than just enjoying it. It's a formative part of us. And it's also really important in terms of economic development. Great cities have great arts programs, and I just want to thank everybody in this room for staying with us steadfastly through the tough times and keeping arts alive in San Jose. I really am grateful to you, because having that seed germinate and blossom, because we've seen a tremendous growth in art since 2009. And of course, arts comes under, our cultural arts comes under economic development for a good reason. So I want you to know, as mayor, I will support you. I will continue to support the arts as I do now. Every opportunity I get, I support with grants. We have a youth ballet in my district. My husband and I actually performed in it, and we support it every year. So it's just absolutely critical that we support you. We find new ways to get funding for you. We make it easier for you to get grants. As mayor, I will personally be a champion for the arts. And I will reach out and try to get more funding. I will look to find more sources of funding for you. And I will absolutely support arts in all its forms throughout the city of San Jose, neighborhoods to downtown. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I agree with a lot of the things that Councilmember Liccardo said about former Janet Gray Hayes. She was truly an inspiration, especially for someone like me, who is also the first Vietnamese American elected to the San Jose City Council. So obviously being a first comes a lot of challenges, and it just breaks my heart to know that she's no longer with us. So we're here talking about the arts. You know, when I was growing up, and even to this day, when people ask me, if you were to have a talent or two talents, what would it be? And I always said, I wish I know how to sing, and I wish I know how to paint. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those talents, so that's why I think it's so important to support those who know how to paint very well and those who know how to sing very well, as well as other talents that they have. We live in such a unique city. The reason why we live in such a unique city is because we have such awesome arts and cultural facilities here in downtown San Jose, as well as throughout the city of San Jose. We have the Tech Museum, where I take my 2-year-old daughter Olivia to almost every month. We have the San Jose Museum of Arts. We have, obviously, this beautiful theater. And we have so many other arts and cultural facilities. And one of the things that we have done as a city council is to continue to support these facilities. Last year, the city council allocated $400,000. $100,000 to each cultural and arts facility: the Tech Museum, the San Jose Repertory Theater, the Children's Discovery Museum, and the San Jose Museum of Arts. And this year, in the mayor's budget message, we're also looking to see if we can have TOT growth revenue allocated to maintain and upkeep these facilities. And I think that is something that is just so critical to support. Because as we're looking at these arts and cultural facilities, we realize that we have to provide funding to make sure that we upkeep so that they can look nice, so that they can operate. And so this is something that I look forward to supporting as your mayor. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love a parade. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't the arts community feel good tonight? Like all 5 of us are supportive. So it's a real pleasure to be on the stage for the first time, because typically I'm in the seats off there in the balcony, and I've seen so many beautiful performances here at the Repertory Theater, outstanding performance at Glengarriga and Ross at the San Jose Stage Company. Does they remember the Mostly Irish Theater Company? They used to perform. What fantastic performances they've done. Excellent community theater at the Northside Theater. Rocky Horror Picture Show at City Lights. Big Entranced with Eugene Onegin at the San Jose Opera. This is a really good community for art, and I think a lot of times people are always wanting and aspiring for more, but they don't already know what's here. And I think it's the art community and the leadership on the city council and the mayor to make sure you know that there's something going on tonight. You can participate and have some fun. And it's a challenge for the arts community in making sure that we reach out to every demographic within the city, because we are a changing demographic, both on age and ethnicity. And the higher participation rates would ensue that we would have more success on sponsorships, more success on attendance, and it's obviously been very key. And I'm enthusiastic about being on the city council as a mayor to actually be someone who will attend the show. Oftentimes the mayor is brought someplace where people will pay money to go talk to them. I would like to be here in the theater. I've done my best as when I allocate my HP grants, which all of us have the access to, and I've given over $20,000 to arts groups, and some of that's also within the public school system, because we have art programs at K through 12 that we want to support. You know, look at just the success of children's musical theater. San Jose or Santa Clara County-based kids growing up having the best opportunity where everyone gets a chance to perform, then going on to New York and performing on Broadway. That makes everyone feel really warm about what we're trying to do, both at the youth level and the adult level. So I look forward to the conversation we're going to have tonight, and thank you so much for your attendance.